I'm Adam Dickinson, a real estate appraiser in St. John, New Brunswick. A couple of years back, I posted a video about things to think about when valuing an old church that's being converted to another purpose. So I thought I'd take a field trip today and take a few videos and talk about a few converted churches in St. John. This converted church in West St. John is now used as a restaurant and a reception hall, which is a pretty good use of its existing physical infrastructure, as a church was a meeting place, so turning a church into a reception hall makes some sense. In North End St. John, the former Main Street Baptist Church was outgrown by its congregation, but the congregation maintains the building now as a center for delivering community services, run by both the church and by outside organizations. Because it's still being used for community purposes, there weren't a lot of major issues in conversion, although the church has had some physical adaptations. Here's an example of a church in West St. John on Charlotte Street that has been converted to an apartment building. To convert a church to an apartment building, you obviously have to do a lot of physical changes and would also need to consider various zoning regulations. This church is another West Side example of a former church building that's been converted to another use. This time the church is being used as a law office. When you convert from church to another use, you have to consider things like zoning. This church has been able to take advantage of the fact that it had ample parking, which is good for an alternate use, in this case as an office. Here are two examples of church conversions right across the street from each other. First, the former Germain Street Baptist Church, which is now used as a music and performing arts school. And right across the way, a former church that is used as the offices of the St. John Construction Association. In the center of St. John, the former Waterloo Street Baptist Church has been converted to a men's homeless shelter and outreach facility. Converting it to such a use obviously required a certain amount of physical changes. Not far from the outflow facility is the Phoenix Dinner Theater, which is a old church that's been converted to a performance space. Obviously, the physical elements of a church lend themselves quite well to performance spaces such as dinner theaters. It's been several years since the congregants of St. Mary Queen Square have met in this space. There's been a few owners since the church that have contemplated different uses for it, but right now the building sits empty. While not every church conversion is successful, there are plenty of uses for old churches, as illustrated in St. John. If a congregation is looking to downsize or grow and needs to sell their building, there certainly are uses and purchasers that will contemplate what their building can be used for. Thank you very much.